right, and if you're listening to that, that is not an alarm. It is time to let yous know. Here we are. Welcome to Listen Up and Fucking Listen, a dumbass podcast to distract yous from this crazy ass world. I am one of your hosts, Philly Mark, aka King of the Pilly Dub, King of the Pilly Dub, King of the Philly Dub, aka One-Eyed Pilly, and I'm distracted because I could smell Cody's fart through the fucking Zoom. So needless to say, with me as always is my co-host, whose brains is toast, the infamous Cody, my cousin Cody.
Fucking Burger Gang, Mark. Yo, it's me, cousin Cody, aka Chode Red, because it is stinky, dude. I just had some hot sauce and some chili, and you can taste it in the air. It's not good.
Yeah, dude. It's like you couldn't wait. It's like Cody took the chode less traveled.
Oh, man.
You just couldn't wait. You had to get that fart out. But you know what? We've never started this show with a fart. So maybe that's what do they call that? A good amen?
Yeah, I think, I blessed it.
Yeah, it's a good amen. So, like, I think we're off to a fast and furious start here on Listen Up and Fucking Listen. How you doing, bud?
Oh, pretty good. Yo, why is it called amen and not a woman?
Oh, shit. Dude, that should have been a Cody conundrum.
Well, it's because of the hymns. That's why. All right. That's
Oh my God, dude. All right. Yeah. It's like, you know what? We're making all these changes in societals. It's like woman now is spelled with an X. It's Womixon. I don't know if you noticed that.
No. Woman X? That's how it's spelled?
Yeah. Yeah. Hispanicals are known as Latin's X's.
Oh, yes. I thought that was a gang when I first saw that. I thought Latinx was like would be a cool gang name.
And white people are now named assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the shoe fits, tie it up, cocksucker. How you doing?
Yeah. We've been assholes a long time. I think people just noticed. I don't know.
Nah, dude, I think people have noticed for a long time. It's just people like Rose McGowan's, like fucking people like that, Minnie Mouse, just really like just calling out like the changes that need to be made in this world that we're living in.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's not turn this into, a Jason Peters podcast, whatever the fucking dickhead is. This isn't us about bitching and moaning about,
Jason Peters, dude. I mean, I don't want to talk about Beverly Hills 90210. That's his name, right? Jason Peters.
Yeah, dude. Oh, what a hunk.
Or wait, is it Jason PP?
PP?
Like Jason PP.
Oh, well. Oh, like to see his PP, that's for sure. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude. The main actor. Jason Pepe or Jason Peters?
Oh, you're thinking of Perry.
Luke Ferry, yes.
Luke Ferry. That's it. All right, now we can move on. Dude, but I just got some of this hot sauce from that Hot Ones podcast. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And holy shit, dude. I feel like I'm farting blood right now. It's painful.
You probably you love your scrapples, so I mean it's highly plausible that it could be a little bit of both. Now I think like they do the hot sauce packs where it comes in like a pack of 3 or something like that, 1, 2, 3.
Well, dude, I got a 6-pack, and I'm not talking about my stomach, dude. I got a keg down there, but I did get a 6-pack of the hot sauces.
Which one on level 1 to 6? Which one did you fucking shove up your ass?
Well, it's the last dab, they have that higher than. I don't know for our listeners, if you haven't seen the podcast, but they go from lightest to strongest, and this one's at the end, the last dab. Of course, they make it. It comes after the atomic bomb or whatever, that one that everyone just completely loses it. I haven't tried that one. I have no interest, but the last dab, you should be putting that on with like a Q-tip or something, because holy shit.
Dude, I mean, I actually experienced something like that once before at the porn convention Exoticas. True story, dude. So there's this lawyer. I guess he's a lawyer for porn stars. Okay.
Yeah.
His name is Joey Pepper. Not making this up. Joey Pepper. And whatever gimmick he had to get people to come over to his stand because he wants to go to a fucking lawyer stand at a fucking porn convention. I'm trying to see fucking tits and clits. All right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he's got something called the Ghost Pepper Challenge. If you can dab like powder of the ghost pepper for 3 minutes, you get tickets to a Phillies game. Okay.
Now that I would be into. So what do you mean? You just got to do a dab? You got to do a bump?
Well, dude, I was going to do a bump, but he was like, "Nah, dude, don't do that. You're on diet." They made me sign a fucking waiver that I would not sue Joey Pepper.
Well, he's a lawyer, so that's what he. Oh,
he's covering his aces. He's covering his aces.
That's a good way of showing what you do. Yeah, he had a waiver there. That's something you need to hire a lawyer for. That makes sense. I like this.
All right, so I think I'm going to beat the system, right, Cody? I take the powder and I just like roof it. I put it on my tongue and then I like shove it, most of it on the roof of my mouth. So on the roof of my mouth, it's really not bothering me. But then some porn stars come over and they're like, "Hey, hon, what are you doing? You fucking doing pepper or something?" And I start talking and chatting them up. And then that's when I start to feel the pain. All right. I wanted those Phil's tickets. So I lasted 3 minutes, but Code, the rest of the day at the porn convention, I had to chug a gallon of milk. And I thought I was having a heart attack the whole goddamn day. I was fucking redder than a fucking red-assed monkey, dude.
I would love to see you coming out of a porn convention with a milk mustache. Everyone, of course, is going to think that's cum up there.
I mean, like, sometimes like it could be some cream, some lady cream.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It could have been a squirter. Yeah, you got a squirt mustache. That's fun.
Or if she got an STD, that's what I call Philadelphia cream cheese.
Oh, yeah. Well, a yeast infection.
And my face is the bagel.
A yeast infection is not an STD. Just for our listeners, I just want to clarify that. But yes, that's the creamiest.
Dude, I don't give a shit. I'll feast on some yeast. Dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's start some beer, and all we need is some hops and some water and some of that yeast. And yeah, we got our own homemade Yingling there.
Speaking of Manchin, Chode, man, have you ever what is like, and I don't mean to be like a misogynical, but what is the most horrific Manchin on Chaunch experience you've ever had?
Oh, dude, this is a great question. And probably something I've never talked about before. But yeah, I do remember there was a time in high school girlfriend. I went down there. I'm munching on some box, as we do. And I get something on my tongue. And I look at it. I'm expecting a pube. You get a mouthful of pubes here and there. What you think? I'm going with?
No, I'm quivering with anticipation. I'm just dying to hear what it is.
It was like a blood clot. Okay, I had like a blood clot that came out. It was a red, bloody. It was like black almost. It felt like I just licked a battery or something. It was not what I was expecting to see. And but did that stop me? No, I didn't freak out. I played it cool. I'm not trying to embarrass her, so I just kept going down, spit it out. But not something you want to retrieve like out of a box like that.
Yeah, I mean that's not a snack in a box. That's not a jack in a box. That's more like a whack in a box. I thought it was something else, but it's the menstruational fluids. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little dingleberry because the pooter is close to the cooter. Okay?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You don't want to pull a dingleberry out of a snatch. That's not good. But yeah, now
they call that snatch and release.
Oh man, this is all right. So how about you? What's the worst experience you've had? Licking a clam.
Honestly, dude, just not knowing where it is. Just getting so frustrated, dude. Because sometimes, as a bull, you think you're just going down there and going, but there is there's a like a treasure X marks the spot, but god damn it, dude, I need a GPS or something because I can't fucking find it, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm always lost down there. It's like a little left, a little right, up, down. Is it the between the asshole? Is it the nipples? I don't know.
I wish they made a metal detector, but like for the clitoris.
Oh, like beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, dude.
Like it. Yo, this is a
You know
good
what I
ass
mean?
invention.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't want like because I don't like to kiss and smell, but like I am going to later when I talk about my 100 a week. But yeah, they got to do something like there's got to be something to help us guys out because us bulls were fucking stupid. And sometimes I've asked before, like,
Yeah.
hey, hon, can you like point me in the right direction? And she does, and I wasn't paying attention because once again I'm a dumb bull, and it just turns into this whole situation that I fail at.
Yeah, yo, if we got any Benny Franks listening to the pod, any inventors, we have this idea. How about we call it the CPS, the clit positioning system? And the CPS, I'm pretty sure no one's using that acronym. So, if anybody's listening, you want to invent this with us, we'll split the profits 50-50.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, now that I'm just thinking about it, remember fucking those cocksuckers Garmin?
Yeah. Oh, God.
They gotta be out of business now with like fucking Google Maps
Phones.
and
You'd be
fucking.
surprised. You'd be surprised. I was just in a truck stop and the Garmin's are going strong. Truckers still using them.
Oh, really? Do you remember the commercial? It's like Garmin.com, find a little clit, find a big clit. It doesn't matter. Find something like that.
And the gerbils were driving the big
that was
gerbils.
the same commercial, dude. The big gerbils.
Yeah, those dudes.
I think it was like a Kia.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, dude. Like at one point when I saw that, I was like, I kind of want to be a gerbil.
I know.
Is that crazy?
I was like, yeah, they got like this hip hop vibe to them, and they seem like they're down to party. They're down to smoke some blunts, and I want to hang out with these gerbils in a Kia.
Yeah, dude. Imagine like if you're a gerbil, you pop one perk 30. How fucked up are you gonna get?
Oh my God! Imagine they're gonna get in that wheel and it's not even gonna move, dude.
It's not gonna move. It's gonna be just like it'll be lubricated and all the fucking drool because you got the jaw thing going on. But
and that little water thing
the little water bottle. Yeah. That fucking John, they gotta be like fucking like and. Dude, also looks like a nippy titty. So I mean, I'm in a cage. I got a little wheel. I'm perk 30'd up, and I got a little water titty to suck on. Not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal at all. Speaking of good deals, how about we get into some hunt of the week? What do you say?
I say hit the track, nutsack.
Hey, Han, you're the Han of the week. Hey, Han, you're the Han of the week. I fucking love you, Han.
Yes. Never gets old. It's like sometimes I'm like flirting with the idea of recording a new John, but if it ain't broke, don't lick it. Okay.
Right. All right. So for my hunt of the week, you can see my background here for those not on the YouTubes. I am at a cemetery right now. So where I witnessed my first ghost, okay?
Ooh,
I did.
Cody.
I took Quaaludes, which they don't even make no more. I found some Quaaludes at my grandfather's house, popped one of these things. I'm walking next to this Arlington cemetery, okay, in Delco, and I'm walking down the sidewalk. I look down, I look up, I see a figure of a man, a ghost, a blue ghost, and it walks through me. I jump up, I scream, I shit myself. And then I looked around, nobody was there. But I'm telling you, I don't know if it was the pills. I don't know if it was the thrills, but I saw a fucking ghost, dude. But that's not my hunt of the week. But it does lead me into my hunt of the week. This is a movie scene, okay? A movie scene that I think is the most romantical, and it never gets talked about as, top 10 scenes in romance movies. I'm talking about the scene and Ghost, Okay. Where you got Patrick Swayze, he comes up and they're molding that clay and it's real sexual. And that clay somehow becomes his ghost cock. Demi Moore, she's working it. I think that's a top 10 romance scenes in my opinion, but no one ever talks about it.
Yeah, dude. Like, even when I was young, I knew that whole thing was like a sexual Nintendo, like what they were like trying to say. Were they making a vase? Were they making a gigantic dildo? We don't know because like it just got to the part where they're all touching and loving on each other. And yeah, it is hot because she had that short little hair. Mm-hmm. Okay. Short hair, don't care. How you doing? And yeah, it was just real romantical. Now, let me ask you something.
What?
If you were molding a clay dildo, who would you want behind you, like fucking helping you out, like molding the cocksucker out?
Ooh, that's a good question. If I could, I mean, it's a ghost, right? So is it someone?
No, I mean, the movie's Ghost. If you want it to be a ghost, fine. But if you just want it to be like a regular bull or a hun, I mean, whatever the fuck you want, Code, it's your fantasy.
I mean, probably this is RIP. Someone, passed away, but, I loved her. I thought she was the hottest, but I'm talking about 1995 Carmen Electra behind me, helping me.
She passed away?
I haven't heard about her. I don't know.
Dude, you scared me for a second. I mean, yeah, I guess like in the celebrity world, if you ain't in the news, you're fucking dead.
No, I think she is alive. Sorry for to get anybody worked up about that. So she is alive. But if I could travel back in time, I don't know. Maybe she looks still great. But 1995 Carmen Electra was my girl. So that's who I would want. That's who's ghost. I've been ghosted by a lot of girls, but that's one time I want to get ghosted.
Oh, dude, I'm like thinking too, like, and instead of the clay, it's just like fucking Dennis Rodman laying on a table and users fucking sculpting his jaw and meat.
Or instead of, just making we're making one of those little dicks like we saw the guy selling in the park. That's basically, that's what I want.
All right, Carmen Electra, that's a good one, dude. Because like Pete Carmen Electra, I would take her over Jenny McCarty.
Pam Anderson.
Pam and yeah, agreeable. I totally agree. Carmen Electra, all right.
All right. So yeah, that's my hunt of the week. And yeah, I got to tell you my ghost story there. Which I think the ghost is still inside of me, but we can talk about that another time.
Well, that's something that you got to work out, dude. I don't know if more lewds will get you rude. I don't know what the solution to that is, but I do think that, that's something. If you got a ghost inside of you, that might be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah. But another ghost scene, sexual ghost scene in a movie, and I think I brought this up to you before and you didn't believe me, but in the first Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd gets a blowjob from a ghost. And I told you, I want you to make a Philly dub of this. And you're like, no, it's not near Halloween. I'm like, Ghostbusters is not a Halloween movie. Yes, I'm Afraid to Know Ghost is a Halloween song, but it's not a Halloween movie. You can watch that year round. So just throwing it out there.
Now that you're like mentioning it, it's like I'm finally like putting the pieces of the puzzle together because the song, dude, the fucking song. What's one of the lines in the song? Bustin' makes me feel good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So Dan Aykroyd, of course, he's getting a fucking top job.
Yeah, dude, he's getting the old dome piece there from an ancient woman.
Getting a little Spectre Saki.
Getting a little Slimer. Please make that your next Philly dub. I'm just submitting that one. Put it in your queue.
I'll put it in my queue. And how are you? I'm good because I got laid this week. Dude.
Hold on. Round of applause
for me.
Yes. All right. So
for me,
is this your hunt of the week?
It is my hunt of the week, and I met her on a little app called Zan-E Harmony.
Ooh, I haven't heard of this app.
It's a brand new app. It's in the beta cuck testing stages. And dude, here's best part. It's like eHarmony, but it's for people like you and I, people that love pills, that love thrills, but more importantly, love to chills. Okay. So I met this hon. I went over to her apartment, Fishtown. It went down. So did I. So did she. Hooray for me. So here's the best part though. I don't want to say her name because I want this broad to be all mine. She's all mine. Nobody's fucking getting it. So we're just going to call her Mystery Hun. So Mystery Hun is my Hun of the week, but I did something I haven't done since I was a wee little bull. Dude, you ever have a nightmare come?
Where you are terrified, but you wake up and you've got cum all over you.
That's one kind. That's night terror cum. I'm talking about nightmare cum where, dude, where you come so hard, it's like you're having a nightmare. I'm gonna show you real quick.
Yeah, how's it look?
You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, that's what I would do if a ghost was sucking me off for sure. But
you know what I'm talking about, right? Like when you do the cum and you're just like, and you're
I do that when I've got coke dick and I can't come, and you get all angry. I've been there.
That you're trying to shake it out. It's like you're trying to muster the strength when you got fucking clam chowder dick. Like you're just trying to shake the cum out any way you can. You're just trying to shake it out.
Yeah, you start slapping your own ass, anything.
Yeah, I put on Ghost. I'm like, Swayze, help me, dude. Help me. Use your ghost hands to fucking jerk this jank out of me.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, dude. So that's my Hun of the week. Because
what was her name?
I told you, stop trying to get it out, you mystery Hun, because I know you, Cody. Listen up and fucking listen, because you've done this before. I've banged abroad, and you're like, oh, dude, that sounds cool. What's her name? And then you fucking look her up on the Instagrams, on the face, John.
Yeah, I want to see what kind of woman would, lower her standards that much but and I'm always surprised. It's always a very attractive, well put together woman. And I'm always expecting, these Kensington, gutter trash, but good for you, dude. I don't know how you do it. You must talk a good game.
I do. And then the problem is I talk such a good game, I can't live up to it. But, I'll fuck with a Kenzo on Benzo. I don't discriminate. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Good for you, dude.
You're not getting the name, you fucking dickhead.
I was already on Facebook, ready to look it up.
You prick.
But good for you. I'm happy for you, dude. You needed
Zan-E Harmony.
Zan-E Harmony. All right, I'll look it up. I'll join the app. Man, just don't do too many pills where you start to see ghosts. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's a real dickhead move.
What, ghosting chicks or
no, just like taking too many pills to where you see a ghost. Because then, what if the ghost wants pills? It's like, dude, I ain't got pills for you, man. It's like, I didn't even invite you here.
Like maybe this empty bottle of pills has ghost pills in it. I don't know. If you take a whole bottle of perks, is there like perk ghosts in the bottle because they're gone now?
Oh, that's something to think about.
Yeah,
definitely something to think about.
Definitely.
All right. Yeah, we like, this is what happens on Listen Up and Fucking Listen. Just to remind you guys, this is not a smart podcast. We're not offering hot takes besides Cody's fart to start the podcast.
Oh, that thing was real warm.
We're real dumb. we're two dickheads talking our shit. And what you just witnessed or listened to was us talk about something that was highly intellectual, and we are more like into defectuals. So we can't really answer that question. So you know what, dude? I think we should just go right into our segment, because that was dickheadish behavior of ourselves.
Yeah. Should I cut out that like awkward pause, or did we just leave it in? What do you think?
Listen, life, like an awkward pause, is just an opportunity for conversations waiting to happen.
That's a good idea. And sometimes you need those awkward pauses to kind of digest all this like incredible information that you just got.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, just like really think about what you're going to say next, because you have a hard time thinking because you're all fucking pilled up from the gills up, and that will happen to you.
Or you're just a dickhead, which leads us into our next segment, Dickhead of the Week.
Hit the track, you nutsack.
There it is.
It's the dickhead of the week. It's the dickhead of the fucking week. I fucking hate your guts, you piece of fucking shit.
All right.
All right, dude. Go ahead. Who you got, dude?
All right. My dickhead of the week, stop me if you've seen this, are these dickheads on Facebook. You don't even know, you're not on Facebook, but I'm sure you've seen this on other social media platforms. These are these boomers, and maybe there's some some people our age, Gen Z. If any casting directors are listening, we're Gen Z, but you got these old dickheads who think it's so cool talking about how they drank water from a garden hose. Have you heard these dudes?
I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about, because I follow a Instagram account that's like 80s, 90s shit. And it's like, you grew up in the 90s if this is what you drank from. And I thought it was like a fucking snake dick, but it was a hose. So yeah, I totally know what you're talking about. It's
people want to be applauded. It's like, all right, apparently we all drank from a hose, big fucking deal. And they think it's so cool that they rode in the back of a station wagon without seatbelts. And they think it's so cool that they stayed out late at night until the street lights came on. So like, this is like, they call them in France, they call them clichés, which is weird because, it's ironical because, as we were just talking about, clits are hard to find, but this way it means they're everywhere. It's easy to find. So these clichés they're just like so overused, and everyone who posts it think they have this really funny take, like some original idea that we haven't heard before. It's like, oh, what else are you upset about? That kids nowadays are getting trophies if they didn't win? Like, cool. Yeah, I've never heard that one before. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, dude, I think it's like people are just like, I'm getting older. I don't like how things are changing. It's too much for me. Like, same type of bowl, right? Is probably like, this was my water park when I was a kid, when I was a little bowl, and it's just like a fucking sprinkler.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah, I get it. All right. There were also water parks that you could have went to, but no, you're fucking poor. I get it. You had to be resourceful.
Yeah, your life sucked.
This is how I jerked off when I was a little bowl, and it's like that filter, John, on a pool. You know what I'm talking about? The thing that blows out the...
This is how I got laid when I was a kid, and it's just two couch cushions put together.
Yeah, I mean, like, we get it. It's like times they are a-changing. And sometimes, like, listen...
I lost my virginity to couch cushions.
I mean, dude, one time I fucked this girl. Her ass was so hairy, it felt like a couch. Listen, we talked about it earlier. Her names are changing, so I can't say Hispanical. So I'm saying Latinx. Like, sometimes I got a little hair on their bear, and it was like, I loved it, and I loved her. She was a good girl.
You got some rug rash though on your John.
Worth it, my friend. Well worth it.
Oh man, you're a little rug rat.
Yeah, I am. I was totally like, listen to all of the listeners, the viewers. Cody can attest to it. I was like little Tommy Pickles, always running around in my underwear. My head was 3 times the size of my body.
Yeah,
just like
you got detention. I remember you almost got suspended from school because you asked that girl to tickle your pickle for a nickel. Remember that?
Yeah, dude, I gave her a quarter, so I was like expecting like fucking
5 more. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You live and you burn. But yeah, those people suck. So does my dickhead of the week. He is a Disney character, but he is representative of a lot of bulls that we see in the neighborhood throughout the country. My dickhead of the week is Gaston. From Beauty and the Beast.
Okay? I hated this dude.
Yeah, dude. It's like, doesn't take no for an answer. It's like, Belle don't want to be with you, all right? If she wants to be with a fucking hairy beast ball over you, that's her prerogative. But he's all like, he's always like chest out, like, I fucking work out. I don't skip chest day or traps. Like, look at my nippy titties. And he's like, he's carrying like fucking like, he carried like a whole bunch of people just on the palm of his hand. And I get it, dude. You're fucking jacked. You're fucking ripped. But that doesn't mean you can have whatever you want in this life.
Yeah. I think he's French or whatever. Gaston. I mean,
yeah, of course he's French. It's always the French.
This podcast started with some Gaston, that's for sure. But, I'm not a big fan of any French cartoon. Pepe Le Pew, any of those guys are always creeps.
Yeah, dude, I'm just saying, it's like, there's people like Gaston out there that walk around with like, you ever see the things now where it's like not even a tank top, it's like a tank, if a tank top was a tank top, like they're just like real fucking thin. And it's like, dude, I ain't trying to see your fucking, I ain't trying to see it. Mainly, am I jealous of it? Absolutely. I'm absolutely jealous of it, because if I look like that, then I would probably be fucking like flexing around all time tit.
Dude, I'd be so I mean, you know how I am about my 2-inch longer legs. Imagine if I was tall and jacked. I'd be like, I wouldn't even be doing this podcast. I would just be out flexing and showing my cock off to cars driving by.
Dude, I mean, I bet you now there's probably a way to get fucking bicep implants.
Yeah, there definitely is, because I know someone who got calf implants. They had them skinny ass calves. They did all the workouts. They couldn't get them bigger. Luckily, I don't have a problem in that department. You've seen these calves.
Your calves are pretty fantastical. Woo. But dude, I can't think of, is there a bigger way to fucking waste money than getting calf implants?
Well, I could see it. I think it's a waste of money for sure, but I could see I've made fun of people with skinny calves. So, pencil legs or, chicken feet, whatever you call them. I could see someone getting offended by that and it fucks them up. And, suddenly they're spending thousands of dollars to get little muscles in their legs.
It's like this, in our school, there was always this like nursery rhyme. And I get where you're coming from now. Skinny legs, skinny dick, skinny legs, skinny dick. Give it a tug, give it a lick. I think not, you fucking snot.
Prick.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So I get it.
That was a fun little limerick. A limerick. But yeah, right. That's a classic one. Skinny legs, skinny dick. If you've got it. Skinny legs, you got a skinny prick. That's what we would always say.
That's what we said. We did.
Yeah. So I would say, I would get it. You want an implant so people don't think you have a skinny prick.
I mean, or you could just get a dick implant.
They don't have those yet, do they? Oh yeah, that John Benet Ramsey. Or what's it?
Yeah. That guy. John Benet Ramsey. Yeah. Fucking it's Gordon Ramsay's younger brother or older brother, dude. It's Gordon Ramsay's older brother, John Benet Ramsey.
Yeah.
And he was like, he had like his peener got cut off by a broad. It was just like,
well, they were cutting food. They were making.
They were making fucking cheesesteaks, and they're chopping up the onions. And like, you know how the onion juice gets in your eyes, makes you cry.
Yeah.
She wasn't looking. She chopped that fucking John meat right off. And he was like, all right, I'll fix this. And that's what he did.
So we got a dick implant, John Benet Ramsey, and I think he ended up doing porns afterwards, which is good for him, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, what was the one called? Cocking on Heaven's Door.
Yeah.
He played a ghost. He was knocking on Heaven's door, but with his cock. All right.
Man, yeah, there's a lot of like sexual ghost stuff out there, and especially
sexual Nintendos.
Especially on this podcast this week. I love it. We need more ghost sex.
Like, we're living in a horny world. Okay, I'm not going to deny how I feel or who I am.
Yeah, horny world now, horny afterworld. It's just because you're 6 feet under doesn't mean you're not getting 6 inches of some lumber. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Damn, dude, that's something I'm gonna think about when this is over. Like this recording is like what I have to look forward to when I die. Like, am I going to be able to do a cum whenever I want? Is my fucking, am I like, do you get coke dick in the afterlife? Probably not.
Yeah. It all depends if you're in heaven or hell, but like there's this, the place in the middle, they call it purgatory, which is like
a lot of furries.
Purgatory is, yeah. And you've got Fergie from Black Eyed Peas there.
She's always singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, am I in heaven? Am I in hell? I don't know. People in the place, if you want to get down. Fergalicious.
It's like, am I in heaven? But yeah.
And then she hits like a shitty note, and you're like, nah, I'm in hell.
Yeah.
But then you see your nippy titties, and you're like, I'm in heaven. But then you see your feet, and you're like, I'm in hell.
Oh yeah. So yeah, purgatory. That's a scary place to be if you're a ghost.
If you're a ghost.
Because yeah.
And if you don't like Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a fun podcast.
Yeah, dude, that's what we do. We have fun. And we're getting to the tail end. So like, I always like to shout out to the Bird Gang. I always appreciate all the support. Just like the listens go up all the time, like get nice messages. It's just really cool. And big shout out, Cody's doing Robert De Niro face for whatever reason right now. But like a lot of this, like Cody takes care of the editing. He's basically an engineers. So NASA, if you're listening, Cody to Chody, give him a job.
Yeah, come on.
He can't keep betting on sports. He can't keep betting on sports. He's gonna lose someday.
Yeah, I don't even think NASA has a podcast. I'll do your NASA podcast about Mars or whatever bullshit you guys are working on.
Yeah, dude. I'll just sit there and like fucking hang out and like fucking crush up some space rocks and snoot them up.
Yeah, dude, you'll be out of this world, that's for sure. But I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we're getting to the tail end here. Maybe it's time for another Cody's Conundrum.
Ooh, use guys. Sometimes it's a thinker. Sometimes it's a stinker. But Cody, man, always comes correct with his Cody's Conundrums. Let's hear it, you fucking piece of shit.
All right. If you produce a TV show about how it's bad to watch TV and nobody ever watches that show, did it work?
That's a good question.
Like Burn Notice. Like that could be a show about how you shouldn't watch TV. No one knows because no one's ever watched Burn Notice.
That dude, like I was trying to think of a show, and it's so funny that you mentioned that because like that is like a textbook. I think like Saturday Night Live did a sketch once, like it was like a game show, and it was like just talk about Burn Notice, and people were like, I don't know what the fuck Is it about like an arson victim? You know what I mean? Is it like, or is it like a comedian? Comedians getting made fun of, and it's like he's just finding out about it. That's burn notice.
Getting roasted. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was about firefighters, and they have to write about the fires they just put out. Like they put a notice out.
Imagine that. Dear diary, there's so many fucking flames, dude. I just saw someone get burnt to a crispicle. Wait, I gotta feed my Dalmatian. It's shitting all over the floor. Like fireman diaries.
All right, if that's burn notice, I'm watching it.
Look at all that spit that just flew out of your mouth.
Damn it, dude. Oh, that was embarrassing.
Dude, you are leaking from everywhere. If you watch this on the YouTubes, Cody must have had like a fucking like kiddie pool full of saliva in his mouth, and it just went. You're farting, you're burping, you're fucking chirping.
Well, I was thinking about fires. I wanted to put it out. But
dude, that would be a good show, right? The Fireman Diaries.
It's like Sex in the City, but firefighters.
Yeah. And the guy, it's like he's just falling in love with different kinds of fires.
Oh man, this one was started by a couple of matches, and next episode, it's one of those kids with a goddamn magnifying glass killing ants and starts a forest fire. I mean,
he's like materialistic. He's like Sarah Jessica Parkinson. Like he's got like a closet full of different kinds of fucking fire boots. And he's like, which one am I going to put on today? These yellow Johns or these red ones? Huh?
Oh man, I can't believe I actually just did a spit take, dude. You got me.
This is how much fun we have, dude.
You got me with the Dalmatian shit. That made me like legit spit on myself. So good for you, dude. If you ask if I spit or swallow, I guess I'm a spitter, dude.
But you know what? Sometimes you got to be a quitter. And we could talk forever, but I think, we peaked. We had a lot of fun today, and I think that's the best you're going to get out of us. So keep being a good bird, keep spreading the word. We appreciate and love all of yous so much.
Yeah, fucking Bird Gang, dude.
Yeah, fucking Bird Gang, because life is short and so is your dick. So live it up when you can, while you can. Fucking Bird Gang, Cody.
Fucking Bird Gang, Mark. Man, this was a good one.
Let's go on.
I felt like I really stunk it up last week, so I'm glad we had a good one.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like you were exploding from everywhere.
Oh my God, my both ends. I was like getting pig roasted over here.
Yeah, dude. This is a fun one.